信じたかったさの人類さ悪の日はいつもと同時にどれなわたたく音はつひどく作法で免れささやくの日は悪夢のように涼しい日は裏切るもの奴らは口傷べきてだあの日どんな顔に瞳で俺たちを見つめていた何を捨てれば不満を押しのけオロディハルたたしきされ決して欲しくないに捧げよう捧げよう人生は捧げろ全ての犠牲は今この時をために捧げよう捧げよう人生は捧げよう進むべき未来はそれで切り開け
Welcome to Limza Lominza. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say? Missing persons list? Not sure I follow. Here. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk near the city via Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm not on constant watch here and under cover, so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there's shady characters skulling about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. Among your fellows. Do you think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go and fill up all the street lamps with oil so that they'll stay lit through the night. But thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'd be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sisipu in the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here, and she has care of our stores. Huh. Fuck me. Why am I tired? Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself. Fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, my friend. I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit, and you'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. You're doing what? What am I to do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work to waddle and tripe around her savings, only to foist it on the first adventurer that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you a license to shirk responsibility. I should get her oil all right and a piece of my mind to boot. Okay, why am I caught in the middle of this? Summerford Farms bears the change of Admiral Settlement Initiative. We're rewarded handsomely to brave new frontiers. Yet if we fail to fulfill our part of the bargain, the grant will be withdrawn. In spite of this, the washed-up pirates elect to laze their days away. There is still time. We need only clear away the rocks and debris for the sea to be deemed settled. If you're willing to help, you'll find a shovel outside the hut on the hillside. Well, first things first, attunement. You've certainly proven you are not one to let obstacles stand in your path. If only these supposedly pioneering pirates were half as industrious as you. Expanding borders is all well and good, but the Admiral ought to know rugged frontiers can't be settled by layabouts. Oh, am I gonna go kill those crabs over there? Ah, for the love of Limian. I am doing my best with these pronunciations, low-key. Yeah, not again. The leather's ripped to the bloody shreds. No, there's not awry. With me breeches, ye cheeky sod. It's the megalocrabs. They've been at the balloon envelopes. They've been at the balloon envelopes I left out to dry on the rocks. Those hell-spawn snippers think they're found a squid or something and set to nibbling. Less balloons in their air means less cargo getting lifted, and that don't sit too well with me. You looking for a quick job? How about you crack a few shells before you head off on your way? If you could put down 5 or so of those fuckers, that ought to do for now. Well, I literally just walked past a bunch of them, so I'll be right back. You take care of them, snippers. Snippers! Good bloody riddance. Nice work there, lass. Still, it won't be long before a new crew of crabs comes sliding in to claim that territory, and our loads just keep getting heavier. What with the rebuilding going on, if I don't want to be buried under the mountain of crates, I'd best think of a more lasting solution to this little problem. Oh, Jesus, Imp, you just scared me. Fuck. Imp was just minding his own business, just stretching. But of course, he has claws because I don't believe in declawing my cats. And he lightly touches my leg. It felt weird to feel that out of nowhere. You had any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry, the guests are arriving any moment now. Yes, here you go. 4 slices of fresh lamb. Right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. I'm gonna go see what that was. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I did. I'm just gonna go see if my kids broke anything.
A few moments later.
Good news. The fur babies are all good. Had to top off some water bowls first, but it's all good now. It is times like this I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made a provisioneer instead. This way I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. So you slew a few rats. Good on you, lass. This bloke comes through the other day and plops this huge sack the size of a bleeding gooble on the counter, saying any man that slays rats can have something from within. Okay. When I inquiries as to why, all it says is the damn noise they make when they're scurrying about, driving them insane. You ask me, though, it was already a bit touched. What? Something tells me the poor lad'll never find peace. I have several questions, none of which will ever be answered, and I accept that. Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal of the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand? Please step this way.
Enter.
Boobas.
I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests.
Yeah?
This way.
Alright.
I bid you welcome.
Thanks.
I am Melvib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? "5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea in our grasp. It was in answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Neil Van Dornus, good lord, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalamud, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats, and where met the Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarters, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the Elder Primal Bahamut. Elder Primal, huh? Bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. Wow. In the space of breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was wrapped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louiso still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Kane-sana, has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Okay. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seedseer receives my reply. You travel next to Ul'dah, yes? Indeed. Pray give my regards to General Reborn. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest. And one in poor taste. But I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Indigo. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Time to board the airship. Have fun. Do we get another cutscene? I guess not. You must be the envoy from Gardania. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Yes, it is time to leave the landing area. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Reborn will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustings stripe and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Yes. At last my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will revolutionize alchemy as we know it. With just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventurer. While I produce more, I bid you take this batch to Pearl Lane, to a man there named Landebert. He is trusted by the other refugees. Persuade this Landebert to take my tonic and give it to his people. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it is truly effective, it will be a tremendous boon to the advancement of the alchemic arts and mankind at large. Bitter snow? That is a choice that some parents made. What could be keeping her? Gods, I hope she's alright. As much as I wish to go off and find her, I simply cannot. What if she were to come in my absence? Please, would you search for her in my stead? It's possible she's somewhere near the Weaver's Guild. She always enjoyed watching the... By gods, do you think she's left me for someone more dapper? I try not to look a bumpkin, but I've no mind for fashion. Oh, honey, don't you worry. I'll go find your girl. Me like this? Maybe that last tunic was best after all. No, perhaps the blue? Bitter snow is waiting for me, but I haven't anything to wear. Oh, medicine for the sick? We're not fools, lass. We know full well what that bastard is up to. But we'll accept his medicine nonetheless. Look at us. Beggars can't be choosers. Be surprised with what I fucking met. I've met some choosy beggars in my life, and it's always interesting to experience, I'm not gonna lie. Might be as it's a mere experiment to him, but to us it's a matter of life or death. If we've got to choose between the bastard swill and nothing at all, is there really a choice? Bartholomew! The Gridonian envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to impact the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Yes, the seal of the Elder Seed Seer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold.
Wow.
I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Nope. Cartano, I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans? Yep, already explained to me. So my counterparts have educated you. Yep. Oh. Trust Merlwib to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite. So it was the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech that they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Magitech? Oh god, I just fucking... what's his name? What's that motherfucker from 10? The racist one. Fuck, what was his name? His ass is somewhere screaming hearing that. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech that they began... Oh, yeah. Led by then Legatus Solus Vos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Lisbar to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights on Eorzea. Sorry, I thought I heard something, my bad. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legatus Gaius van Balsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear he would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridonia and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals, and they may mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. Sounds like we need to be a realm reborn. I will not apologize for that. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and we're to do so. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Connie will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remember the people, what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. All right, there we go. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Elder Seed Seer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Uh-huh. Hooray! You may now make use of the airship routes connecting 3 nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare and gill. You couldn't have told me this until after I got home? Whatever. Ah, my lady envoy. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Lominsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state. Seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Boderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Boderon would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Okay, so I'm going back to the fucking airship, it seems. Cool. Fun. Yay. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with ya. Huh? I'm Boderon. Alright, who's asking? I heard as I've got a job for a capable adventurer, you say? You're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though. Say no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know, and I'll fill you in on the details. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking fuckers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sorta to head up north to Airport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Sorry guys, I'm just now waking up, so it's gonna be a little more asinine to listen to this. Just a heads up. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishback's Pet Pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Boderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Oh, it's a whole different person talking. Whoops. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellowjacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor? Commodore Reiner? Come to make sure my patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Well, whatever that yes was for. Neither. Oh. In fact, I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. I love having the powers of an anime protagonist, because normally I'd be like, look, you can fuck right off, I've got this handled. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Elport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. The information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Seagra included. Ugh. Give me just one moment, I gotta do something real quick. There we go. Okay, now I can see things better on my other screen. Okay, sorry, I had to fix that. Their search revealed little, save that a family of corals had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But with the Sahain testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Wow, I mean, we must really have a really good, like, fucking reputation. To skip the entire, I don't need your help, shit went down, okay, I need your help. We must have a really, really good reputation just to be able to skip all that crap. Then it is settled. Sastasha is located western La Nocia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. Sure, she can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to ya, lass. Thanks. Alright, let's see what we got here. Mother Mion has told me much of your endeavors, Indigo. Have you considered attempting one of the guild leaves available here at the Adventurers Guild? Guild leaves are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry, prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft leaves that require the extermination of monsters, to tradecraft leaves that ask for the creation of goods, the tasks we term leave quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Bent Branch Meadows and speak with Tierney. She will happily set your feet on the path to completing your first leave quest. Cool. Oh, we got a shit ton of experience with this. Okay, cool. I make no secret about my disinclination toward Gridanians, as you may know, but I just saw a rare sight that I would remiss not to share with a fellow adventurer. Huh. Just over yonder, in a corn orchard, I saw a comely maiden, new to these benighted parts, I'd wager, dancing with a gaggle of younglings. Okay. 'Twas a dance I'd not seen before, and I've seen my fair share. Did they perhaps ready themselves for some fresh rites? After so much doom and gloom, I shouldn't mind a day of merrymaking. Just the thought excites me. Would you see what it's all about? Sure. A day of merrymaking? Is that all you adventurers think about? I'm here to teach, my dear lady. I'm here to teach, my dear lady. For me, these younglings are to learn a most sacred, meaningful, and uniquely uplifting dance. Now I realize full well the tradition may not hold much allure for the young, but I didn't think they would up and run away. This manner of disobedience is unprecedented. It's all the more surprising considering they obey the timber master without demur. What I wouldn't give to know his secrets, but I must wait here for my unruly charges. I wonder, though, maybe you might ask the man how he tamed them. These younglings' dogs? What the fuck, dude? Why would you talk about children like that? Another green adventurer come to play with saws? Apparently not. Speak your mind, child. So the younglings will not heed their dancing master, and I am to provide the solution. Master Edith seems able enough, but having no generosity towards herself, she has none for her charges. Give the younglings these on her behalf, and bid them return to their lesson. Okay. I ran off because it's boring. All Mistress Edith says is how we're doing it wrong. Well, here's some candy, go back to your teacher. Hey, that's one of Master Beaton's. If this is supposed to be a bribe, you've got yourself a deal, adventure lady. Seems legit. Alright, next area. But I don't want to be a dancer. Why can't we just play? I mean, I guess we could dance for fun, but I don't think Mistress Edith knows how. She's so uptight. Here, take the candy. Is this one of Master Beaton's toys? Does this mean there's more if I go back to class? I'm on my way. Scoop with both hands, then look left, up, right, down. Or is it up, down, left, right? I wish she would let me take notes. Oh, they're toys, not candy. My bad. Oh, why? This is made of maple. It's unmistakable. Master Beaton would tell you the grain of it almost flows like syrup. Someday I'll be a timber master like him. He wants me to go back to Mistress Edith's class, doesn't he? They always tell us that if you can true a piece of wood, there's no excuse for not truing yourself. Alright, I'm going. Well, I don't know what sorcery you worked, but the younglings are back, and I do believe we've reached an accommodation. It would seem I was stricter than I imagined, and loosening up a bit has made a great difference. That's good. This dance is for the Feast of the Harvest, to give thanks to Nofika and the elementals. There must be no aggression in this dance, lest the matron be angered. It's very, very important. I do realize I haven't made the best first impression, having you fetch my students for me. To make it up to you, will you let me show you the dance? Think of it as kind of a peace offering. Huh. Well, there we go, guys. Now we know a new dance. Cute. Why, you were a born dancer, dear lady. Aw, thank you. And so say we, and so say we. What? Oh, it's your boy. Comes a sailor from the sea to show laddies how it's done. And so say we, and so say we. Swings his axe and says, remember, shiver, shiver me timbers. And so say we, and so say we. Is he hitting on her? No, oh gods, no, Master Beaton, what have you done? You've brought a weapon to the sacred dance. The matron forgives us. We are surely doomed. What the fuck was that? Master Beaton, you scared her off. We were having fun. Timber Master Beaton, wasn't that a sailor song? How do you know it? Never mind how I know. More to the point, what could have troubled Miss Edith so? Brought up a weapon, you dick. You did. She said you're supposed to be peaceful or the elementals will be upset. And you know how uptight she gets. Of course, of relationships never does run smooth. Oh, the course of relationship never does run smooth, child. You will all discover this in time. What the fuck, dude? I have so many questions. But on the plus side, we learned a new emote, so that's cool. Greetings, adventurer. My name is Tyranny. I'm in charge of assigning local leaf quests here at Bent Branch Meadows. Gongren convinced you to seek me out, did he? Then I shall assume you have a basic understanding of what accepting a guild leave might entail. But first things first, I must be certain that your skills are a match for your enthusiasm. The Adventurers Guild would not approve of me sending a fledgling hero to her death or dishonor for what the requisite capabilities. I'll take a moment to pursue the task outlined in this guild leave. Do you believe yourself up to the challenge? Yeah, I think that should be fine. Leave quest. I'm glad to hear it. Pray be aware, however, that gnolls are wont to flee to their broodmates when they sense they are overmatched. You would be wise to prevent such a reunion, lest the battle be drawn out past your time limits of endurance. Alright, let's see. Open your journal under duty in the main menu and begin selected leave quests by pressing the initiate button. When a gnoll feels overmatched, it will flee the battle. If it reaches a certain distance, then another gnoll will appear. The leave quest objective can be more easily achieved by slaying the further fleeing creatures before it is joined by more of its kind. Your first foray into the world of leave quests appears to have been a success, and here's the reward for your efforts. Bonus has been awarded based on difficulty. A bonus has been awarded based on speed of completion. Cool. I got a thingy. Nice. Now that this little trial is behind us, I have no further qualms about assigning you tasks around Bent Branch Meadows. There are leaf quests aplenty for hard-working adventurers such as yourself, and a deal of fame and fortune to be won in their doing. Cool. Well, at this rate, I'll be leveled up to 21. You come at a good time, Indigo. I have a task for you. A petition has arrived from the proprietor of Berskarin's Druthers out in the South Shroud. The petitioner, Berskarin, himself has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. Oh, heh, to catch a poacher. Heh. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. All three of us? I mean, Indigo, myself, and... It would be better if I went alone, Lucian. The Miqo'te and the other will only encumber me. Oh, shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Bitch tits over here. Sever. No, Sever. You will go as 3. Also, it is past time you recognize Indigo as a fellow archer. Little shit. I will not. I have held my tongue on the matter of her continued presence here, but I will bend no further. Who in the seven's hell do you think you are? Bow Lord Lewin? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiverman anymore. Maybe, but I have shed blood defending our borders, unlike you, savage. Wow. Wow, you're really going there, buddy. Savage? You know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough. Damn. But one more word out of you shall have cause to regret your petulance. The 3 of you will go to Bhaskaran's Druthers in the South Shroud. Now, out of my sight. Goody. Ah, you lot must be from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends. Now, as your guildmaster will have said, I put in a request for some keen-eyed archers to help me track down a gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts. If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the gods Quiver nor the Wood Whalers deem them worthy of attention. Why then did you imagine them worthy of ours? Silver, shut the fuck up. Because these ain't no common poachers. They're Pawa Mujuk's gang. Ah, I see. The buffer icon is above his head. They say she and hers are always moving. Staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out there somewhere. Thing is, I can't just send my people out searching. I made a pact with the Red Belly Bandits. See? We stay out of their territory and they don't make no trouble at the Druthers. Okay, yeah. That being so, if I summoned the massed ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all 7 hells would swiftly break loose, assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it, though. I've got 3 keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead, and all without raising no alarms. We understand. You may leave the matter to us. Leah, Indigo, split up and scour the area for any sign of the poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go. An iron leg trap and a poacher's arrow. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find Pawa. And these mead bottles are but old refuse from before the Druthers were even built. They have no connection to the gang. What do you know of this Pawa woman, Silver? I know that she is most infamous poacher ever to walk the 12's-wood. A born leader, deadly with the bow, she formed her own gang of Miqo'te hunters. Wait, is this why you don't like Miqo'te? Oh boy, I can't wait to learn the history of this asshole. She was apprehended once and would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her before vanishing without a trace. Is that so? In any case, we've scoured the area and found nothing. How do we know that this Pawa is ever even here? I say we inform the gods Quiver and the Wood Whalers, taking care not to implicate Bhaskarian and leave the rest to them. This doesn't concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania, Leah. Pawa Mujuk is a savage, bro, and utterly immoral poacher whose actions, however indirectly, threaten the city's well-being. But what would a vagrant bro like you know of duty to one's homeland? No more than she, I suspect. How dare you? You, Indigo, say something. I mean, now's not exactly the time for this, you idiots. Both of you, shut the fuck up. Very well. We return to the matter at hand. Mayhap we should take a second look at the clues we have gathered. Yeah, what exactly did you guys bring to the table? Look all you want, though the trap and the arrow we found suggest poaching. There is nothing remotely unusual about them. What do you think we should examine, Indigo? I mean, if we examine, I mean, either one are fine to examine. Like, the arrow, we could look at, like, what wood was used to make it, I guess. If there's anything that either of you two would recognize about the arrow. Actually, yeah, I think the arrow's the better one to go with. We know that this is a poacher's arrow. Beyond that, it tells us nothing. And here I thought you were a master of the bow, you little bitch. Fine, so what about the leg trap? This trap is a common tool used for hunting beasts. Such devices do not distinguish between friend and foe, and have been the cause of much tragedy for both man and chocobo. Gridanian hunters would never stoop so low. Poachers, meanwhile, are wont to litter the forest floor with these accursed things. That said, I see nothing here that will lead us to Pawa. You're helpful. What about these mead bottles? Here, what about these? Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you, those bottles predate the Druthers. They have no connection with this matter. But if these bottles are so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait, before the calamity. Bhaskaran once served as a sentry. Yet even then he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern, and it was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock, if some survived. Of course, Bhaskaran's scar, his old lookout post. It may not be Pawa Mujuk, but we must investigate at once. Well, there you go, I guess. Alright, let's see how this goes. Any signs? Look, the ground is covered in Miqo'te footprints. These tracks are fresh, very fresh. I'll wager the bandits were altered to our coming and fled. Sorry, alerted to our coming and fled. Else they're hiding near. Oh, there's your answer right there. Take cover! Yeah? And I was thinking we had caught ourselves some them meddling bloody masqueraders.
Oh my god, I'm about to do a thing.
Oh lord. What are you about to do?
An obstacle course.
Have fun.
Put all this stuff out here.
Dear God. Have fun, honey.
Wait, no, for
Nice. Not that I'm complaining. Hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced. Speaking all ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? You would lecture us on manners? Truly, I have heard it all. Shut the fuck up, dude. They have us outnumbered. We best split up. The leader's mine. I'll try to isolate her from her litter. So there, Indigo. The rest I leave you to you two. As you will. Well, at least you guys aren't arguing over who's doing what. That's a relief, actually. Right, okay, cool. Let's do this. Was that the last of them? Have you seen R.E.P.O? With me, Indigo. God damn. Disc. What a piss poor showing, sister. And you call yourself a keeper. A hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. No. Oh, what, bitch tits gets to do it? Aww. Looks like playtime's over. Be seeing ya, sister. Seven hells. They were at my old post? And they drank my old mead? That stings most of all. Well, 'tis past time the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messengers to the wood whalers in God's quiver. The red-bellied bandits won't like it one bit, but I'll see they told exactly who the military's after. I only hope it'll be enough. Of course, Pawa Mujuk's no fool. Now she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bell sounds. And the trail won't stay fresh long, neither. Anyway, you've done me a great kindness, friends. Tell Lucia and I appreciate the help. Welcome back, Indigo. Silvera tells me that you encountered Pawa Mujuk. No Redonian could fail to recognize that name. So oft has it been spoken, and with such bitterness. I fear we lack the strength to face her ourselves. This is a matter for the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of our art. and I was surprised to note that Leah and Silver were not at loggerheads upon their return. I presume we owe this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence. No. Modest to the last, truly, you ever deed bespeaks a clarity of vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share that perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As you go forth and temper your skills in battle, I know that we always look forward to your return.